Hi everyone, it's DJ and this is my Disney Fairies book tag. So I am really excited because this is my first ever original book tag that I've ever made, and I'm really excited because it is something that I absolutely love, and that is Disney Fairies. So Disney Fairies follows along Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell is the precocious, jealous, oftentimes one-dimensional character, the sidekick to Peter Pan in the Peter Pan stories from Neverland by J.M. Barrie. And Tinkerbell is probably one of, if not my favorite, Disney character of all time, ever. And I absolutely love her, and I love that she has her own kind of spin-off stories. And they are by Gail Carson Levine, the books are, and then there's also the movies. There are 6 of the movies, which are amazing, and to all my Disney files out there, definitely are worth a watch because they are so much fun and they're so adorable and cute, and I love them so much. So this book tag is all about Disney Fairies and the life that they live in Pixie Hollow, their friendships, their adventures, their loyalty and love, and it's just such a fantastic series. I love the movies. I have not read the books yet, but I definitely want to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this book tag, and you'll see some really fun little things. So I hope that you join in, and let's get started. So the first one is Tinkerbell. Of course we have to talk about Tinkerbell first because she is the titular character of the series. She is amazing. I love her so much. I modeled my hair after her. Of course I love her. And this one is to find a book that features a sidekick character that you want to see in their own story. Or if they have a story already out, which one is your favorite sidekick character, not main protagonist, that sort of thing. I just want more of him because I absolutely love him, and I just am like, I do. And that is Thomas Cresswell from Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. The next one is Vidia. Now Vidia is a fast-flying fairy, and she's kind of, towards the beginning of the series, she's more of Tinkerbell's nemesis. Kind of that one character that you just want to like, but you kind of don't, but you're not so sure about her until like towards the end of the series, or closer to the end of the series. And so this one is dedicated to Vidia, who is just another little sass master herself. And this is to find a book that features a character that you initially just did not like, but have grown to like them, or at least put up with them. And for me, that is Chris from To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. The next character to look at is Silvermist. Silvermist is a water fairy, and she's very much a hype man for Tinkerbell and kind of all of the fairies, all of the friends in this friend group. And she's very much the first person to say, I volunteer, I want to go, I want to do this, I will go with you. And she's not exactly the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, but she is so near and dear to my heart. I love her so much. She is so adorable. And so for this, you are to find a book that features a character that is just so endearing. And I decided to go with Harper Leonard from The Only Thing Worse Than Me Is You by Lily Anderson. The next fairy to look at is Iridessa. Iridessa is a light fairy, and she is the one in the friend group who's very pragmatic and very logical and very much like, is this what we need to actually be doing? 'Cause I don't know. So for this, you are to find a book that features a character that is very cautious in their decisions. They don't leap into the unknown, they kind of toe it a little bit. They put their toe in and then like see if the water is okay, and if it's okay then they'll leap, and if it's not then they will take a step back. But a cautious character. And I am going with Wren from The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. The next fairy to look at is Rosetta. Now, if you think that Tinkerbell is a sass master, she's got nothing on Rosetta. Rosetta's little quips are so funny, and I absolutely love her Southern belle. I'm just Rosetta, a garden fairy. She is very much a Southern belle type character, so her sass level is like here. And so this one is to choose a character from a book that is a sass master. That is the sassiest, your favorite sassiest character that you can find of all time. The sassiest character that I have come across is Cayman from The Distance Between Us by Casey West. The next fairy to look at is Fawn, and Fawn is an animal fairy, and she just loves taking care of animals. For Fawn, this is to find a character that takes care of animals, or it just cares for them, cares about them, just loves animals. And this one's going to be a bit of a stretch, I know, but I'm going to go with it because I find it funny. I find it kind of amusing that this is the one that's chosen as mine. And I am going with Gifford from My Lady Jane by The next fairy to look at is Periwinkle. Now, Periwinkle is a frost fairy, and she is actually the twin sister of Tinkerbell. We're not really basing this one on any certain characteristics of Periwinkle, much to the chagrin and the ire of many bookworms out there. This is to find a book that features your favorite cover change. Now, cover changes are the worst. When you are going through a book and you get all the matching books in the series, and then that last book, they change it all completely, and you're like, but it needs to match, right? It should match. You know, the original cover I liked, but I liked the secondary. I liked the cover change itself. I like how they incorporated something a little bit different. That sort of thing. So for me, my favorite cover change is a book I haven't read yet, a series I haven't read yet, but I really liked the cover change of An Amber in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. The next fairy to look at is Zarina, who is a Dustkeeper fairy. And to honor Zarina and her pirate fairiness, you are to find a book that features pirates. And for me, I am going with Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Also, Daughter of the Siren Queen is apt for this as well, this whole series. The next fairy to look at is Terrence, and again, he is a Dustkeeper fairy, and he is Tinkerbell's best friend. And to honor this friendship, this is to find a book that features a platonic relationship. It can be of any gender, but specifically between a gender of opposites. So this is a really hard one because a lot of the time friendships develop into more of a romantic relationship specifically between a male and a female. And I've found that a lot of the time I don't read stories that feature more of a platonic relationship, and I need to. And that's just something I need to do. And the platonic relationship that I found between a male character and a female character were Sage Fowler and Ash Carter from The Traitor's Kiss by Aaron Beatty. And I don't want to give anything away, but if you've read it, you understand. Yes, you understand. The next fairy to look at is Nyx, and Nyx is a scout fairy, and This is a new type of fairy that was introduced in The Legend of the Neverbeast, and I found the character of Nyx so fascinating because even when everything seemed to be leading up to this conclusion, she's like, no, this is my thought. This is what I'm doing. This is my action plan. I don't care. I'm not listening. It took a catastrophic event for her to finally realize, oh, I was wrong. And sometimes you need those characters. You need those characters to have audiences just want to shake them and be like, listen. But sometimes they don't. And that makes compelling characters to me. And this one is to choose a stubborn character. Just stubborn in their resolve, in their thoughts, in everything. Stubborn to a T, to the point where it takes like a catastrophic event for them to finally realize, oops. And I'm going with Elin from Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. The next fairy to look at is probably the only adult type fairy that I have on this list, and that is Fairy Mary. And she is the head of all of the Tinker Fairies. And so she's basically Tinkerbell's boss. And she's kind of the right-hand man to Queen Clarion and basically all of the other ministers of the different seasons and everything. Like, she's the timekeeper, the schedule keeper. Like, she's the one to go to and look towards. Just someone who is just there. And she is also very motherly to Tinkerbell and kind of a lot of the other fairies, but Tinkerbell specifically. And this is to find a book that features a motherly character or even a mother. I went with Lucy Sand from The Best Kind of Magic by Crystal Sistari. The next two fairies to look at are actually kind of a package deal, and they are Clank and Bauble, both Tinker Fairies. They're kind of the tour guides of the Tinkers. They show Tinkerbell around when she first arrives, when she first comes into being. They are basically her best friends, her best Tinker friends, and they are just a hilarious duo that you can't help but fall in love with the two of them. They are so adorable. And so this is to find a book that features a bromance. And I am gonna go with Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, specifically Ezra and Nick. The next character to look at is actually not a fairy. He is the Neverbeast Gruff. And so this is to find a book that features a character that's a little rough around the edges, who originally you're like, they probably could kill me. But you know what? They probably could. But they're also kind of a cinnamon roll too. And this one I chose Delilah Bard, or Lila Bard, from A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And the last character is such an integral part of the Pixie Hollow Disney Fairies franchise, so important, and that is Cheese the Mouse. Now I know what you're thinking, what? But he's the one that helps Clank and Bauble cart inventions and things from different talent fairies, different seasons. He is so important to the story and to the world of all of the fairies. He's so important. And he loves cheese, and which is why he's aptly named Cheese. And it's so fun. He's just such a fun little guy. So this is to find a book that features a character that loves to eat or loves food in general, and I am going with the obvious one because I just had to, and that is Ron Weasley from Harry Potter and every single book that's in the series. Every single one, Ron is eating something, and it's just so funny, and I love that about him. I connect so much with that because I love food as well, and I'm always hungry. So I had to go with the obvious on that one, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this tag video, my first one. So I am tagging all of you. Anybody who wants to do it, more than welcome to, but I am specifically tagging Becca Iris Ruiz to do this video because I know how much you love Disney Fairies. So I am so excited because I have so many other tag videos that I have in my mind and that I'm planning out, and so I hope that you enjoy them when they come up. And yeah, so thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below and let me know if there are any fairies or characters in the world of Pixie Hollow of Disney Fairies that I've left out that you would like to see. I could do a part 2 if anybody wants me to. I am more than willing to. I know I left a lot of characters out because then it would be like hours and hours and hours because there's so many characters, but there's so many great characters. So just let me know if there are any that you would like to see and I will do a part 2. So let me know down below. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can hit the button that is right up there. You can also check out my latest video. It is right there. And also all of my tag videos are going to be put right there in a playlist. So definitely check them out when they come up. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading and happy fairies. Bye guys.